The same day there came certain of the Pharisees, saying unto him, Get thee out. In other words, run, Jesus, run. He said, and depart hence. Why? Because Herod want to kill you. He wants to kill your aspiration, your desire, everything the baby has come and now means to you. He wants to kill it.
That's right, preacher. Come on, Pastor.
You with me? You all with me? He wants to kill you. That's what he wants to do. Oh, but the Pharisees came, and guess who they were talking to? They were talking to the grown-up baby. They were talking to the grown-up baby. The baby that has grown up now and know when the spirit is of the wrong kind. It's not what it's supposed to be. So he turns and he said, now I'm going to show you how to deal with him. Number one, I ain't running. I ain't going to jump through no hoops. I ain't finna back up. I ain't fixing to do nothing. I want you to understand there's one way to handle him. Call him what he is and name him what he is and let him know you got a mission. You got purpose. You got a destiny, and you're not going to allow him to hinder you from doing what God has called you to be. Somebody ought to give him some praise. Somebody better give him some praise in this house. So Jesus quickly turns, and then he gives them a reply. He said, you go tell that fox. Call him what he is. Call him what he is. Go tell that fox that I got something to do today. I got something to do tomorrow. And then the third day, they're going to be manifest. Go tell him. It's time for us now. It's time for us to get strengthened in the things of God and be made to realize God doesn't want you tolerating and putting up with all this mess that's going on and having you backed up in a corner acting like you scared. But rather, you call it what it is. Recognize it for what it is. He said, go tell that fox. Let him know. Now, watch this. I did something. Look what he says here. Look at this. I looked up. I went ahead and I looked into it, and I looked up the fox. Why would he call him a fox? He didn't call him no snake, or he didn't call him no alligator. He didn't call him no rhinoceros or a big old buffalo. He didn't call him that. He said, tell that fox.
Come on, Pastor.
Why? Why did he say tell that fox? He said because, first of all, a fox. A fox is a wild animal, and he's related to a dog. So while you run around here trying to tell him, okay, dog, you're naming yourself something that you don't want to be called. Because Jesus called that person a fox with despite. In other words, I ain't tolerating him. I'm not going to put up with him. I see him for who he is. We got to begin to see things and people and spirits for what they are. And stop sitting down sucking on your thumb. Well, I guess I'm on. Yeah, well, I got to. You better grow up here spiritually and realize you in a warfare and realize that same spirit that was after Jesus then is after him. Somebody understand what I'm talking about. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Somebody see what God is saying to you this morning. So my message to you all during you better learn how to tell the fox. Tell the fox, I got something to do. I ain't letting you and nothing else prevent me from doing what God has called me to. My Joseph is calling for something higher. And my Mary is saying, Lord, let it be. But the Jesus is my combatant against everything that would hinder it or prevent it from happening. I want somebody to praise the Lord in this house. He says here, now, a fox, what else is he? He's not only one that's related to the dog family. He has a pointed muzzle, and he has a bushy tail. You know, when a fox is really trying to connive and trick you, he raises up that tail and kind of try to show his good part, his beauty. His tail is a bushy tail. Notice what it says here. It says not only does he have a bushy tail, he's a flesh-eating mammal. And he's smaller than a wolf. Flesh-eating. He always alludes to your.
Amen, Pastor. That's good.
Always alluding to your flesh. And that's why you start feeling bad. And that's why you feel like you just can't go on, because you haven't told the fox that you got a mission, that you in your destiny, and that you're doing something. Your purpose is being manifested. You better learn how to open your mouth and tell the fox. Because if you don't, he's coming after the baby in you. And the baby is ready to do everything that he's been placed in you to do. You just got to realize, don't try to make everybody be your friend. Don't try to make everybody be your buddy. Everybody is not on the side of righteousness. And you don't have to do anything to cause folk to come after you with lying and manipulation and rejection and all of that, because they don't like the fact that you stand for right and righteousness. You ain't do nothing to nobody. You ain't never been good. But they don't like that. And then they're intimidated because he who is in you is greater than the one that's in them. And they know that you're not afraid of them and that you will show them up anytime. They know that. So they want to do everything that they can to make sure that you do not let the baby be who he is inside of you. So we're looking at this fox. Not only, listen what else. He gets the better of most animals by his cunningness. He's very cunning. You know those cunning phone calls you get?
All right, Pastor.
You know those people that you call your friends, and that they told you how they feel about where you are, and then the thing they got to do is try to make you feel bad about where you are, so that they can get you out of your rest. See, didn't I tell you Herod was dirty? He was a manipulator. He's dirty.